So, find your comfortable seated position. Make sure you pull your cheeks to the side and then out to the back so you're sitting on your 2 sitting bones. If at any point we get into a pose you don't feel comfortable in, please tell me, I'll find you an alternate pose. When we do a little bit of a flow to start, if it's too much for you doing the vinyasas, then just come into a downward dog and wait for everyone to catch up, okay? Take your ego, you too, and put it in the ego box. So really don't practice yoga with your ego. We tend to do that. So if you get hurt in this class, it's for 2 reasons. One is you didn't listen to me because I align you in everything. The other is you didn't breathe in the pose. I said 2, but there's 3. The last is you have engaged in your ego. So you're looking at me or you're looking at the person beside you and you're thinking, I want to be able to be like them, so let me go a little deeper. Only go to the place. When you are in a pose, you should be able to sit in that pose for 15 minutes if I ask you to. If you cannot sit in that pose for 15 minutes, then really you are too deep into that pose. If your breath is 1 for 1, and I'm asking you to breathe up for 4, back down to 1, but you can only breathe in 1 and out 1, you're too deep into that pose. So just listen, and listen to your body, okay? All right, place your hands on the floor and lengthen your spine. And then put your hands on your knees or in your lap with the left hand under the right, thumbs touching. Or if they're on your knees, your finger and thumb are touching. And close your eyes. Gently take your shoulders, lift them, roll them down your back, opening your chest. Gently tuck in your chin so your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Allow your eyes to rest either on the tip of your nose or that space between your eyebrows. Lengthen your spine just a little more by lifting the top of your head up towards the ceiling. And then just take a moment to relax your arms and your legs. Relax your chest and your belly. Relax your upper lip, your lower lip, and your jaw. Relax your forehead. Now take a moment to give your ears permission to accept any sounds that are happening around you. It is easier to ask your ears to accept them than to keep resisting the sounds and they keep pulling you during your practice. Understand any sounds that come from outside the studio are beyond your control, so just accept them. Now step into your mind and ask your mind permission to put away all thoughts, worries, stresses for the next hour so that you may focus on your practice. Now visualize your mind as a muscle. And every time you exhale, relax the mind a little deeper. Don't try and control it, and don't resist it. Just relax it. Now just step into your body and just acknowledge what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. Don't get entangled in the emotion. Just sit with it for a moment. Then begin to observe your breath. Notice if your breath is coming from your chest or your belly. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? Your breath, like your thoughts, your emotions, are all there to teach you something about you. So just observe the breath. If it's from your chest, shallow, fast, it means your body is sitting in a state of stress. So relaxing the chest and the belly, just begin to inhale, gently expanding the belly and then the chest. As you exhale, relax the shoulders, allow the ribs to move down and in, and then your belly to move in and up. Don't use muscle to breathe, just use the air to expand the belly, the chest. Move your ribs out and up and fill your underarms. Exhale, relax the shoulders, the ribs, the chest, and then the belly. Take a couple of breaths and just get used to breathing like this. Starting from the belly, watching it rise and fill you. And then exhale, relaxing the chest, the belly, and allow it to move out of you. On the inhale, feel an expansion of your creativity, your body, and the expansion of love within you. On the exhale, feel a relaxation and a surrendering of your body, a release of emotion, and the removal of fear. Now we're going to do a couple of pause breaths. How this works is you're going to inhale, expand the belly, pause the breath. Then expand the chest, pause the breath. Fill the head and hold the breath in relaxation, so not with tension. Your shoulders should be relaxed. Then you're going to exhale to the bottom of your neck, pause, release the chest, pause, then the belly, and take 2 normal breaths. I am going to guide you for the first 2, and let's begin. Inhale, expand the belly, pause. Expand the chest, pause. Fill the head, hold. Exhale to the bottom of the neck, pause. Release the chest, pause. Release the belly. Take 2 normal breaths. And again, inhale, expand the belly, pause. Expand the chest, pause. Fill the head, hold. Hold in relaxation. Exhale to the bottom of the neck, pause. Release the chest, pause. Release the belly. Take 2 normal breaths. Now do 3 more at your own rhythm, beginning when you're ready. Bring your breathing back to normal. And now take 3 or 4 deep breaths, removing the pause. Inhaling from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, and exhaling from the top of your head back to the bottom of your feet. And one more deep breath, long inhale, and a longer exhale. And bring your breathing back to normal. Place your hands over your heart and set an intention for your practice today by planting a seed in your heart and your mind for a change you want to see within you. I intend for fear to never be the influencing and defining force of my thoughts, actions, and behaviors. To always have the courage to change, no matter how hard that change is. Whatever your intention is, plant it, water it every day by repeating it and acting on it until it becomes who you are. Bring the palms of your hands together, thumb touching your heart. And we begin our journey today with our Om. And we begin our inhale now. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take a deep inhale, deep sigh. Lower the hands, open the eyes, and come onto all fours. Make sure your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Always spread your fingers whenever they're on the mat, and the fingers should be slightly outwards so the shoulders are rolled outwards. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips and just start to move. Whatever you want to do, just listen to your body. Start to wake it up, but make sure whatever you're doing you're connecting it with breath. So whenever you're lifting, you're breathing in. Whenever you're rounding, you're breathing out. Then curl the toes, lift the knees, come into a little downward dog, and just start to move here. Whatever feels good. Make sure you breathe. There should never be movement without breath. Then slowly walk your hands to your feet. Bend your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, and slowly roll up so your head is the last thing that comes up. Hands just coming up your body. And when you get to the top, shake it out. So you can open that door a little now. Good. Start to wake up your skin. Underarms. And then just tap your head. And your shoulders, your neck. Good. The first thing we want to do is we want to connect the two sides of our brain. So which means we have to do two different things with our hands. So you're going to take your left hand and pat your head. And you're going to take your right hand and, what's the word for this? Rub your tummy, that's the word, rub. I'm like, obviously no brain is connected today. Good, then change. Good, let's try the other way around. Pat the belly and rub the head. Not so easy, that one. Oh yeah, wait, when you get the rhythm, it's okay. And then change sides. So rub the head, pat the belly. Okay, and last one, bring the arms out. Start to bring the right clockwise and the left the other way around. And then the left forward and the right backwards. Good. Shake it. Come into your mountain. Make sure the toes are slightly inwards, heels are slightly outwards, sides of your feet in line with the mat. Your thighs are always rolled slightly inwards in any forward fold so your hips don't get in the way. Lift the knees and the thighs upwards, pelvis neutral, shoulders down your back, spread the fingers, tuck your chin in a little. From your solar plexus, pull in and up, and now squeeze your skeleton with all your muscles. This is the proper alignment. You should stand in your body and walk in your body. Good, let's flow. Just a couple of sun salutations to warm up. Inhale, lift. Long exhale down. Inhale, halfway. Note your halfway. Your back should be flat. Your shoulders should be on your back. Your legs should be straight if possible. If the legs are straight and your fingertips reach the mat, they should be spread beside your toes. But the back has to remain flat and the shoulders on your back. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees into a long downward dog. Take a breath here. You can breathe out through the mouth here if you want. Inhale onto your toes, roll into your push-up position. Good, make sure those fingers are spread slightly outwards. Inhale here. Drop the knees as you exhale. Look forward, lift the chest. Keeping the bum in the air, elbows beside you, drop the chin and the chest to the mat. Inhale forward into your cobra. Ha, look at that. Exhale into your downward dog. Good, make your dog a little smaller. Bend the knees a little so your bum stays over the heels. Keep the fingers spread outwards. Move the shoulders down your back so all of a sudden you feel space between your shoulders and your ears. Lower the chest to the mat. Pull the belly button in towards your spine. Roll your thighs in slightly inwards. Lift the bum up towards the air, opening your butt crack as if flowers were erupting out of your bottom. And then using your hands without moving the shoulders, start to push the legs towards the back wall. Take a deep inhale here. Now exhale, try and lower the heels without moving the upper body. So if the heels don't reach, not a problem. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands in front of you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to do 4, but we're going to speed it up. 2 leading from the right leg, 2 leading from the left leg. If it's too much to do the whole thing, you can just come into a downward dog whenever you want, and then we'll meet you all there. So inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale half. Exhale, lead from the right into a long dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here. Bend the knees to adjust the upper body. Exhale, adjust the lower body. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again from the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, instead of dropping the knees, chest, and chin, you can still do that if you want, or you can come down, but the whole body has to arrive at the same time, not your legs before your chest. Push into your toes, come into your up dog. Elbows in, chest open, look forward, and let your eyes look up to the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, adjust the upper body by bending the knees a little. Exhale, adjust the lower body by lowering the heels but not moving the upper body. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 from the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a breath here. Always make the dog a little smaller. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or walk. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Last one. Let's include a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale, half. Just move the left leg back. Lower the left leg to the mat. Bend the front knee. Inhale, up. Lower the hips like you're making love to your mat. Inhale, look forward and up. Now look forward and exhale, make a circle all the way down. Bring the right leg back. Bring the left leg forward. Lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make a circle all the way down. Come into your long dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale into your plank and all the way down in one exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Make the dog a little smaller. Take a breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lower the left leg. Make sure the left wrist is in line with the shoulder, the finger is outwards. Push the right knee away. Tickle your foot. Tickle. Move the hand back. Pull, bring your foot into your hand. Lower your hips, look slightly upwards. Come on, you can. Other hand. Place that hand there and bring that hand. No, other way. Yeah. So look at Sue and then lift the leg. That's our next goal. But you can lift the leg just a little. Yes. And then release. Bring the right leg back. Left leg to the outside of the left knee. Lower the back leg. Right wrist in line with the shoulder, slightly outwards. So Rosa, move this leg back. Bring the left arm back. Bend the leg. Hold the foot. Lower the hips. Open the chest, looking slightly upwards. You okay? Other hand. Yeah. We're all going to hang out here because you just found it, so we'll keep a couple of other breaths for you. Don't worry. We all love this pose. In our head, we're like, oh, so good. And then release. Good. Come into your downward dog. Spread the fingers. Shoulders down your back. Lower the chest. Lift the bum. Lower the heels. Good. Take 2 or 3 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Look at the belly button. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump, step, or walk. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Hands to heart center. Take a few breaths here. So before we come down into our poses, we're going to do a little kundalini here. So we're going to do the frog pose because you really wanted to move. So if you don't like this, you can blame Simone. Let me show you what it looks like. When we come down, our heels are going to touch. I know, Rosa, you love this. And your fingers are supposed to be here. So it's inhale, exhale. But we do it a little faster, and you do it 25 times. Go at your own pace, but just watch me. So when I inhale, I look at my knees. When I exhale, I look forward, okay? So it's, and let's start. Inhale, exhale. Listen to my breath. You're nearly there. And one more. And inhale up. And then exhale here. Inhale, slowly roll up. Exhale, say thank you, Simone.
Thank you, Simone.
Shake it out. Next week I'll be like, Sheena, is Simone coming? We're not coming to this class. Okay, let's slow our breaths down. One hand on your heart, the other hand on your lower back. Feet a little wider. You're going to inhale through the nose. Watch. And just go at your own rhythm. And one more. Now your eyes closed or open. Just start to slow down your exhale. Let your inhale go as fast as it wants. But as you do long exhales, your vagus nerve runs through your diaphragm. The diaphragm squeezes the vagus nerve as you exhale. It releases a substance which tells your heart to slow down. So the longer the exhale, the slower your heartbeat. Good. Let's make our way to a seated position. Let's do it in a fun way, shall we? Fun for me, maybe not so fun for you. Toes slightly inwards, heels slightly outwards. Your feet have a gap of this much between them. Inhale up. Exhale into your chair. Place your hands on your pelvis and tuck it in so your back is flat. Your knees want to squeeze inwards, but your thighs want to squeeze outwards. So that's the alignment. And then come down a little more. And then a little more. And then onto your bum. And then lift your feet. Stick your chest out and hold. You can even straighten the legs. And down. Should we do a little Bee Gees? We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, it's been ages. So now we're going to sing the Bee Gees. And this is how it works. We use our Bee Gees fingers. And now watch. We go, staying alive, ooh, ooh. But where you really work the core is where you go, staying alive. All right. Disco fingers. If everyone doesn't participate, we just keep doing this for the whole class. Ready? Staying alive, ooh, 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 staying alive. Did you feel it in your core? Yeah? Okay, now you can release it. Okay. Was that enough for you now? Can we do a little slower?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so the first pose that we're going to do is the twist. Bring the left leg straight. I'm going to mirror you so it's easier for you. Left leg straight, cross the right foot over. The foot is in line with the knee. This leg is straight, the toes are up. If you want to stay here, you can stay here. If you want, take this foot and bring it in, but only bring it in if you're still sitting on your bottom, you're not sitting on your heel. If you find you're sitting on your heel, then straighten the leg. Okay? Then, I'm going to do it with straight leg. You're going to take your right hand to the base of your bum and slide it out until it's flat. So you don't want it so close, you want it a little further out. Then you're going to inhale, lift the left arm up, cross it over the right knee, and twist and look over the shoulder. And hold. Rosa, it should be the other way. No, the foot is fine. The leg is fine. Yeah. Good. Perfect. And hold. And take 4 more breaths here. Breathe in for 4 or 3 and back down to 1. Exhale, release. Release the right leg. Cross the left knee over. Make sure the leg is flat, toes up or pulled in, whichever you prefer. Take your left hand, Rosa, and place it at the base of your crack and further out until it's flat. Good. Lift your right arm up, inhale. Exhale, cross it over the knee and twist on the exhale. If you want, the finger and thumb are touching, the other 3 fingers are up. As when we do this, they're all called mudras, and we're touching pressure points. Take 5 breaths here. In for 3, back down to 1. Or in for 4 and back down to 1. Exhale, release. Straighten the legs. Turn the palms up for a moment. Lengthen the spine. Toes facing upwards, and take a few breaths here. Good. We're going to come into our bridge. So just watch when you're here. Your hands, if they can, they grab the ankles. If not, the fingertips touch the heels. And then when you lift, the palms stay flat on the mat here, the shoulders come under your back. Or if you can clasp your hands underneath, only do that if your palms are touching, then you can clasp your hands. If you find your hands are like going in funny places, keep the hands here. So lay on your back. Bend the knees are hip width apart. Let your fingertips either touch the heels or grab the ankles. Then inhale, lift the pelvis. Then roll the shoulders under your back, creating a bridge. Then lift your chest towards your chin because you're a bridge, not a ramp. And push into your feet without squeezing your bum too much. Stay here for 5 breaths. Make sure your inhale is the same count as your exhale. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release. Bring your knees towards your chest, place your hands on your knees, and just make little circles. One way, clockwise, then the other. Then pull them halfway into your chest and just hold for a moment, chin closer to your chest. Place your hands behind your knees, roll up. Extend your feet forward. Pull your cheeks back. As your hamstrings are connected to these sitting bones and you don't want to put pressure on your back, toes up. Good, we're going to come into a forward fold. Just watch first. When I come up, I bend from the waist, so I lead from my heart. I don't do this. I'm here. Once I'm here, the first inhale I do, I'm going to take my ribs and I'm going to move them up. So once you see I'm here, I inhale, I lift the ribs up, lengthening my spine a little more. Then I exhale, lowering the chest, but never bending the back. Okay? Inhale up. Lead from the heart, exhale down. Wherever the hands land, allow them to land. Inhale, lengthen the spine by moving the ribs up towards your ears. Exhale, lower the chest. Once you have found that uncomfortably comfortable place, take 5 deep breaths, in for 4, back down to 1. Try look slightly forward so your chest stays open and your back flat instead of looking down, which rounds your back. Relax your face and your shoulders, your jaw, your tongue. Slow breaths. Extend the arms forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. You're going to come into your pigeon. You might need a block if your hip doesn't reach the mat. So you're going to come around. You're going to take your right knee to the edge of the mat. Your foot doesn't have to be out here. It can be in. Then you're going to take your left leg and bring it back and make sure the foot is in line with the hip. Now, if your hip is not connected to the mat, like in your case, place a block under it, because you never want empty space. You want a connection somewhere. Good. Look at your, not yet. Look at your back foot. Make sure your heel and your leg is in line with your hips. Come onto your fingertips for a moment. Open the chest. Push that back leg into the mat as you want this hip to start to move towards the earth as well. Inhale here. Slowly exhale, come down. Now use your arms to push those hips down towards the earth. So your hip moves back and down. Push into the back leg that's straight. Relax the chest towards the earth. Completely relax your bum, the area around your hips, as it is always easier to stretch something that is relaxed. Lower the chest and take 5 breaths here. In for 4, back down to 1. Just follow the breath. If the mind wants to take you somewhere, follow it. Don't resist it. Observe from a place of neutrality and then come back to your breath. Inhale slowly up. Now you can either lift the back leg and change, or you can bring this leg forward. Bring this leg back. Now, the more important thing is you try and keep the knee a little further out so the hip is open. The leg is wherever feels comfortable. Look at your back leg. Make sure it's in line with your hip. When everything is in place, come onto your fingertips. So Seuss, place a block under, the other hip. Good. So I'm going to try and bring your knee a little more out to the side. Good. And be something. Fabulous. Try and bring the knee a little more out to the side. A little more. As much as you can get the hip open. Good. Onto your fingertips. Inhale here. Push into the back leg. And always come down on the exhale. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, relax the chest. Relax your bum, your hips. Use the forearms to push those hips into the earth. And now let's take 4 breaths in for 4, back down to 1. Inhale slowly up. Curl the back toe. Come into a little downward dog. Just take a couple of breaths here. You can move in your dog. If you want, you can lift one leg and just release the hip. Then lift the other leg and release the hip. Good. Then you're slowly going to come into your plank. You're going to drop the knees, lift the feet, and we're going to come down really slowly to the count of 8. So you shouldn't be on the mat until I get to 8. So 1, elbows in, you're not a chicken. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, elbows in, not chicken. 7, 8. Good. Place your hands under your head. Take a breath here. Bend the knees. Let the big toes touch, and then grab your ankles. And then you're going to push the chest forward and up. Lift the legs if you can, but this is a chest opener. So your hands are trying to bring your heels into your bum, but your feet are moving your hands away to lift your chest. And hold. Shoulders back. Lift the knees if you can. Otherwise, just push the feet back and hold. 5 breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Place the palms upwards. Turn your head to the left. Shoulders away from your ears. Good. We're going to come into our cobra. Place your hands just below your shoulders and a little back. Push into your toes and just lift the chest. Elbows in, shoulders away from your ears. Push into your toes so your shins are off the mat. And actually slide the hands a little further back so your thumbs are in line with your nipples. Now, if you just lift the hands, you should be in the same place, knowing the hands are for balance, and then lower the hands. Take a couple of breaths here. Exhale, release. Turn the head to the right. Palms beside you, facing upwards. Good, then make 2 fists. Place the fists under your private parts and let your arms disappear under your body. Keep your chin, which is this thing here, on the mat, and then lift the back legs together like a locust and hold. Exhale, release. Slowly bring the hands under the shoulders. Slowly lift the chest. Come into a child's pose. Bend the knees. Bring your bum onto your heels, arms beside you. If your bum does not reach your heels, turn onto your back and pull your knees into your chest. And just begin to expand the back with each inhale. Relax the chest with each exhale. Imagine that you're a frog. Place your hands on your thighs and slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebra. So take your time. Turn the palms upwards for a moment. So while you're there, the second last pose is shoulder stand. When you come into your shoulder stand, the hands are here and you lift. Now, if this is as far as you want to get, that's fine. Otherwise, you bend your knees, place your hands on your lower back, and bring the elbows as close together as you can. Lengthen the spine, straighten the legs, and keep the heels in line with the shoulders, with the hips. Push the shoulders into the mat and tuck your chin into your chest. To come out of it, bend the knees, palms down, lower the back, and then. So choose the one you want. So place the hands on the mat. Then lift the legs. If you want, you can stay here, hands on your lower back. If you want to go deeper, bend the knees and start to move the elbows as close together as you can. Tuck your chin into your chest and then lift the legs. Try and keep the legs in line with your hips. Good. Keep your chin tucked in. Now really open those shoulders and push the shoulders into the mat. You're too heavy for me today. I know. Good. Stay here for 5 breaths. Two more breaths. And then slowly release. Bend the knees, place the hands on the mat, lower the bum, then lower the legs. Make the feet wide, let your knees touch for just a moment. And we're actually going to do standing fish because I find for most people that's easier. So place your hands behind your knees, come up, and then slowly roll up. Take your time. Good. So how we do standing fish is your feet are just hip width apart. Clasp your hands behind your back. Pull the arms down, open the chest, bring the shoulders together, and drop the head back. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Now, the last pose is a headstand. If you cannot do a headstand, please do not attempt it. Then just grab a block, place it under your bum, and lift your feet up in the air and arms beside you. So you choose. If you want to do a headstand, remember the alignment for it is make sure that your shoulders and your elbows are aligned, and then grab your elbows. So make sure there's an alignment here. Then keeping the alignment, you're going to open, and if you put your hand at the top of your forehead, your head should be at this part. So you make a cup, make sure the elbows haven't come out. You start to walk your feet until your feet start to come off the mat, and then you lift. The most important thing in shoulder stands is you're pushing into this part. Your forearms are rolling slightly inwards, your shoulders are rolling slightly outwards, and you're pushing on the forearms almost as if your head can slightly be off the mat. So, or choose that. So if you're there, just lift your feet up in the air. Make sure the block is comfortable, and hold. Yeah, no, I'd rather you not. And just stay here for 5 breaths. Keep the feet flat as if you're holding 2 glasses of milk for me. Good. Slowly release. If you're in a headstand, make sure you come into child's pose for a moment. If you had the block, start to lay on your back, coming into your shavasana. So spread the legs to the edges of the mat. We're going to practice dying here. And the way it looks is just before you die. If you practice this enough, you should do this just before you die. And what you should do is when I ask you to, you're going to lift everything but your bum off the mat. You're going to squeeze your fists together, and you're going to try and push the energy all the way to the crown of your head. So arms out, inhale, lift, squeeze up to your head. Exhale down. 2 more. Let's practice dying twice more. Inhale up. And release. And then 1 more. You should smile just before you die, like, yeah, goodbye, and then relax. All right, move your shoulders away from your ears. So your hands closer to your feet. Let the arms slightly move away from your body. And make sure the palms are facing upwards. Roll your shoulders in slightly together under your back to protect your lower back. Move your chin a little closer to your chest so your neck is aligned with the rest of your spine. Now begin to relax your breath. And then relax your toes, your feet, completely relax your lower legs, and your upper legs. And as you exhale, feel your legs sink into the mat and down into the earth. Completely relax your shoulders. Your upper arms, your lower arms, the palms of your hands, and all your fingers. And as you exhale, feel your arms sink into the mat and down into the earth. Begin to relax your chest, your heart, and your stomach. Allow your hips to fall open. To sink into the mat. And down into the earth. Completely relax your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. Allow your back to sink into the mat and down into the earth. Completely relax your neck, your upper lip, your lower lip, your tongue, and your cheeks. Relax your forehead. And as you exhale, feel your entire body sink into the mat and down into the earth. Now just begin to move your fingers, your toes. Raise your arms above your head. Bend your knees and elbows and roll onto the right side of your body. And stay here. Slowly make your way up to a seated position with your eyes closed, using your left hand to help you. Stay connected to your breath to remain in the present. Bring the palms of your hands together, thumb touching your heart. And we end this journey with our Om, and we begin our inhale now. Touch your thumb to your forehead. Sat Nam. Bow to the truth, the Guru that lives within you. And thank yourself for coming to your mat today and reconnecting with you. Touch your thumb to your heart. Bow to the planet, the universe. For without it, you would not be here. Always understanding that you are deeply connected to everything and separate from nothing. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take a deep inhale. Deep sigh. Open your eyes, lower your hands, and namaste. 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 Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Fabulous. So I'm going to go to the holy bathroom and bring out some holy water for your holy mats. So if you could just wipe your mats down and your blocks if you use them, and just leave the mats and the blocks where they are.